mind blown. Hi, my name is Lacey, and welcome to my recap of episode 6 of Claim to Fame, hosted by Kevin and Franklin Jonas. If you like my recaps, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year, and I want to do a whole bunch of movie things, movie lists and tiers and stuff like that. So thank you for your support. Everyone is confused by Chris because they keep guessing wrong, and he's an enigma. They are stuck on the teen idol in the 70s with Chris, and they don't know. For JR, people think it's DaBaby, and he's on to them, so he's really trying to push for basketball. So whenever they bring up, like, hey, tell me a story or something, he tries to throw in some basketball things, which is untrue, which is a lie. Chris and Gabe decide to have kind of a pseudo alliance and show each other clues. So Chris shows Hugo's clue, and then Gabe shows Monet's clue. So for Hugo's, they say Commander-in-Chief, who something peanuts and silly faces. So they know that it is Jimmy Carter. For Monet's clue, they both get the SNL and Curb Your Enthusiasm, but neither one of them watched Curb Your Enthusiasm. But now I can't unsee JB Smoove with her. They will find out eventually. For this week's challenge, it is the heart monitor interrogation challenge. So each person has a turn in the hot seat. They're hooked up to a lie detector test and the heat and whatever sensors, and an actor comes in and will play the bad cop and interrogate them with questions from the group watching from other monitors. Carson is the first one to go. They ask if her celebrity relative is a NASCAR racer. She says yes. Car number 23? Yes. Is he a junior, as in Dale Earnhardt Jr.? She says no. They are 90% sure it is Jeff Gordon. I don't know. Chris's turn. Chris, they say, was your person in Ace Ventura? No. They're ruling out Jim Carrey. Teen idol in the 70s? Yes. Musician? Yes. For JR, was your person in the NBA? No. Is your person a rapper? No. And then they asked him to name a team that his person played on, and I didn't see that part. Gabe is upset with DaBaby because he doesn't believe it. Hugo thinks it's Dwayne Wade, and Carson is thinking a rapper or singer for JR. For Olivia, they're thinking it's Carrot Top. So they ask, does your person have orange hair? She says no. And they say, are they known for doing props and stand-up? She says no. Olivia's not giving away anything. For Gabe, they comment on his sweaty armpits, which was funny. That's the blinds. T. He's moving the blinds. It's not a ghost, it's a T. They ask him, was your person in the NFL? He says yes. Seahawks? No. And what's funny is that Gabe does not know anything about sports, so he's BSing his way through everything, all of the questions. JR is like, for sure believes that it's Julius Peppers, but Gabe is completely playing JR, and he's just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Hugo decides he wants to play a loose cannon. So I don't know how, but he's gonna confuse people. Olivia, though, knows that it's Jimmy Carter. Gabe knows it's the president. They ask Hugo, was your person a president in the last 8 years? He says no. How old is your person? He says 98. And what political party? Republican. So people are trying to debate between Trump and Jimmy Carter, but that's where the 8 years came from. It's Monet's turn. They ask if her celebrity relative was a game show host. She says yes, because I think she's trying to fool them with the Steve Harvey connection. Because I don't think JB Smoove was a game show host. I honestly don't know. They ask if it is an actor. She says yes. Asks if they were on 30 Rock. She laughs and says, yes. Again, I don't know if JB Smoove was on that. And then they ask her if her person does stand up, and she says yes. So the challenge was for those watching the interrogations to guess if they're telling the truth or not. So the winner, who got most of them right, who was like, oh, I believe you, I don't believe you, I believe you, I don't believe you, was Gabe with 44 out of 60 questions correct. The bottom two are Chris and Olivia. So now Chris and Olivia are scrambling, trying to figure out who people are so that if they are up for the guesser, that they have somebody to pick and guess. Chris thinks Carson is Jeff Gordon. Monet and Chris both think Jimmy Carter for Hugo. And Jane was right the whole time. But Gabe says that Hugo is more useful than Carson. So if you're going to eliminate one of the two that you're sure of, then go for Carson. Keep Hugo around because he's a bit of a smarty pants. Chris tries convincing Olivia to guess Hugo wrong and guess Trump for Hugo and not Jimmy Carter. Or he wants her to vote for Carson, and regardless of if she's right or wrong, at least it gets Carson out or Olivia out. Chris shows Olivia Carson's clue and tries to persuade her, hey, this is Jeff Gordon. But Olivia doesn't want to betray Carson because they're kind of friends in the house. It's part of the game. Gabe, as the winner of the challenge, gets immunity from the guesser, the guess off, and he gets to pick a clue. And this clue he picks is JR's. And when he pulls JR's clue, the last three is an old man, a town, and a road. So it's immediately Old Town Road, right? And then there's the letters BIU, which I didn't understand. There's a painter with like an easel and a world. So maybe like artist. I don't know what BIU was. I don't remember what that was. It's like a block or something. But maybe artist, big artist of the world or something. Make Old Town Road. Does that mean that JR is related to Lil Nas X? So Gabe tells Chris and then shows him the clue. And everybody's like, Lil Nas X? What the fuck? Really? Cool. Olivia and Hugo are having a chat. And he asks if she's related to Carrot Top. And she just says yes. And I don't know if that's a bluff or not. But whatever. She asks Hugo, like, she says, I'll tell you, tell me yours now. Are you Trump or Carter? And he's playing a little wishy-washy, so he's not really giving in. He's laughing it off. It is time for the guess off, and the guesser, as voted on by the crowd between Chris and Olivia, is Olivia. And she picks Carson to guess. And she picks Jeff Gordon. And she is incorrect. Carson is not related to Jeff Gordon, despite everybody thinking the contrary. And I don't know nothing about race car drivers, so my guess is as good as theirs, or worse than, really. I guess by process of elimination, I'm going to say Dale Earnhardt Jr. because of the race car stuff, I guess, and that's the only other person, and they asked that in the interrogation, and if she said yes, then that would have full-on exposed her. So mind blown. So I'm wondering if Carson has been plotting this from the beginning, like when she heard that they were on to Jeff Gordon and stuff, like, okay, well, I'm gonna lean into this and let them guess me wrong, and then what? They're gonna get busted if they get me wrong. So that means because Olivia got Carson wrong, Olivia is out. And now we get to see who Olivia is related to. And the countdown clock ticks, and Olivia is related to Jenny McCarthy, is her aunt. And everybody is shocked and confused. They play a video from Jenny, and she's super sweet. And everybody's just like shell-shocked about everything. Like Olivia, they were thinking Carrot Top. Carson was wrong with Jeff Gordon. Nobody's believing anything anymore. And that is where we leave episode 6. What did you guys think of this week's episode? What do you think of the clues? Are you on to anybody? Do you think JR is really related to Lil Nas X? Does that make sense with the previous clues? I don't know. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.